Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Austin. This is the Bodies in Business podcast, and today I'm going to talk about a really good quote I heard from Gary Vee, which was just awesome to hear him say. He's got a ton of just one-liners and just things that he really harps on that I find to be super helpful. So I'm going to jump into the quote or the answer to a question he made on this podcast. I think it's like called the coffee, something like that. I can't remember, but the link is in the show notes. But the question was, what do you think are the main things that are holding people back right now? And he said, and verbatim, I'm going to read this and then we'll get into it. He said, I have a very good thought on this. He paused. He said, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the utter lack of accountability. What is going on right now, brother, is nothing other than the fact that we have been over effing coddled for 30 years. The end. You can do anything once you decide it's your fault. If you think it's your mommy and daddy's fault, that's what takes up the oxygen. You just spent all of your time telling everybody you're effing mommy and daddy, and that's it. If you think it's Trump or Biden or Putin or China, that's what you spend your effing time talking about. Everyone has become remarkable at pointing fingers. It has become a global pandemic. And that's it. But it was such a good, unbelievable rant on just ownership. And a lot of people want to point fingers, and now this is me talking. Everybody wants to make excuses and point fingers as to why they don't do something or why something didn't go the right way for them. Or they just want to say, man, this person sucks, or that person did me wrong. When Gary Vee is just saying, hey, take ownership of what's going on in your life and make it better. And say, you know what? I'm going to eat healthier and I'm going to work out. Or I'm going to find out the best way to run my business. I'm going to find out a way to make money. I'm going to go get customers. Basically, taking ownership is the first step in giving yourself the ability to say, you know what? It's all on me. Okay? That doesn't mean you don't ask for help. And that doesn't mean you have to be an a-hole and not ask people to say, I can use my network and do this. But once you automatically, and it's extreme ownership. There's a really good book by Jocko Willink called Extreme Ownership. And it's not a matter of saying everyone else and it's just going to be on me. It's like, no, take ownership of saying, I'm going to make myself great no matter what the odds are. I'm not going to blame people. I am the one in control. Now, as you're growing up, kids, the parents are probably a big impact, have a big impact on, till you're about 18, until you go to college. But once you are an adult, you have to say to yourself, I am ready to take ownership of my life. I'm ready to not make excuses. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say it's my mommy and daddy's fault or my boss's fault and all these other things. I'm going to will my way to making things happen the way I want it. And I think that's such a true statement that he said, we've been coddled for the past 30 years because everybody wants to say, it's not your fault. It's okay. Don't worry. That's, it's the ref's fault, or, that you were in bad circumstances. At some point, you have to be able to stand up and say, I don't care. I'm going to make it work no matter what. If someone does me wrong, I'm going to take it in stride. I'm going to make it anyway. I'm going to do it better. And when it comes down to taking care of yourself and your business, you have to be able to take care of yourself and not rely on other people that probably can't even take care of their own selves to take care of you, because you care about yourself the most, and you should. Because when you care about yourself the most, you're going to be able to give your best self to everyone else. All right? So learn how to eat healthy, learn how to work out, learn how to go to bed on time, get sunlight, drink water. All those things are taking ownership and saying, you know what, I'm going to take control of my life. In regards to your business, don't make excuses of why you don't get customers. Don't make excuses of why something didn't work out. Be like, okay, that went poorly. I'm going to try to make this better. I'm going to figure out a way to get customers. I'm going to figure out a way to get my product in somebody's hands that I need to get it in their hands. So that's all. I think that was a really, really fun answer to hear from Gary Vee. He's been through the ringer. He's been doing this thing since he was in his mid-20s with his family in his dad's wine business. And so I freaking loved that rant and wanted to share that with you guys because I think the title of the video that is said, "This will make you insanely rich." And rich can mean a bunch of different things. And, from a monetary standpoint, from a life standpoint, from a health standpoint, from a friend standpoint, like there's a bunch of different types of rich. And when you take ownership of your life and you start saying, you know what, it's on me, I promise you'll start to see things that feel like you can control them more. All right. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Go get after it. Go do something great. Go get a good workout in. Go find another customer and get after it.